You've been taught to be the good person, the one that puts every other person's needs above yours. To give you that sense of morality. And that's exactly what it is. A false sense of morality derived from depriving yourself of your goals, your ambitions. Today, I'm going to help you deconstruct that. Remember I said in the last episode of Burgundy Talks that the first video, the one where I taught you how to unshackle yourself from people's expectations, that is the first one in the series of conversations that we're going to have about self-acceptance. So today, welcome to another fantastic episode of Burgundy Talks, where we're going to be talking about self-centeredness as a path to self-acceptance. Come with me if you want to learn how. I know the word self-centeredness, hearing the word alone, is already undoing all the lessons that you've learned in Sunday school. I was also taught not to be self-centered in Sunday school. But guess what? You're doing yourself more harm than good. And no, I'm not here to undo all the religious lessons that you've learned. I'm only here to try to help you to accept yourself. So let's get into it. The first thing to do is to prioritize your own personal needs. You know why? Because it helps to clarify who you are. By knowing what you want, by prioritizing what you want per time, it helps you to look inwards, to understand your boundaries, to understand your limits, to understand your wants and your needs. Prioritizing your own needs leads to a high level of self-understanding. And what's self-acceptance without understanding yourself? The next one is something that I've always spoken about: boundaries. We've always talked about boundaries as a tool that helps people see where the line is. But this time around, we're talking about boundaries as a tool for self-respect. This type of boundary setting behavior that I'm talking about is not the selfish type. It's the one that helps you see the value in all the work that you've put into becoming the best version of yourself. It helps you to value yourself. It's a kind of self-preservation that says, you know what? My well-being matters. So no, I'm not going to lie on the floor and let you walk all over me. Because I value myself, because I'm preserving myself. I'm conserving my energy. The next thing is owning your own emotions. In the last episode, I said there's no shame in your game. Yeah, there's no shame in your game. This type of reflective self-centeredness is not the narcissistic one where you only care about yourself. No matter what happens to anybody, you get your will at all cost. No. It's the one where you are owning all the different parts of yourself. So if you're having big emotions, take responsibility for that. Say to yourself, I feel this type of way, and I'm going to acknowledge that, and then I'm going to do something about it. Self-centeredness is not all about doing your own bidding or getting your own way. It's about becoming comfortable enough with yourself, so much so that you acknowledge the bad parts too, and you take responsibility for them, and then you do something about it. As much as owning your mistakes, owning your big emotions is very important, you have to be able to celebrate yourself too. Own your strengths, own your confidence, without caring who feels small. If you are a great beam of light, don't act like a little spark because other people are not comfortable with a great beam of light in their face. Don't minimize your strengths, your accomplishments, your favorite things about yourself because it's going to make other people feel uncomfortable. Don't do that. Celebrate yourself. If you are serious about taking this journey of self-acceptance, then you have to learn to be comfortable in your own light. Just as you are accepting and owning your weaknesses. Don't let anybody take that away from you. The last but not the least, as you take this journey of self-centeredness on your way to becoming someone who fully accepts themselves, you have to eliminate your need for external validation. You cannot feed off other people praising you. Other people, you know what I do? Both the praise and the criticisms, I don't take any of it to heart. As much as we like to think that we are important and we take up a great space in other people's lives, we're just a tiny part of their days. Nobody's focusing on you that much. So if they say, oh my God, this is so great, congratulations, you did so well, I take it in my stride. If they say, oh, this is not okay, could have done better, I take it in my stride. I don't take any of it to heart that much. Because at the end of the day, people are living their lives, I'm living my life. And I get to live with the consequences of my actions, not them. So no, resist the urge to seek external validation because it does you no good. And the less you seek external validation, the more grounded you become in who you are supposed to be. The more grounded you become in your true self. This is what makes your self-acceptance more rooted in your self-worth. I think that's the next thing we're going to talk about, self-worth. I've always said that my biggest flex is that I'm me. I'm my truest self. I'm flawed. I'm not perfect. I'm great. I'm myself. Whatever comes with all of who I am, I get to deal with it. I know what? It didn't start out that way, which is why I'm making this video. Because I know that not everybody is there yet. But it's something that we can all learn. So in summary, what I'm going to say to you is that this type of self-centeredness is not about your ego. It's not about being narcissistic. It's not about having your way all the time. It's about grounding yourself in your true identity. There's a thin line between self-centeredness as a pathway to self-acceptance and just being a jerk and just being someone that everybody hates to be around because they're so self-absorbed. The key to mastering self-centeredness as a pathway to self-acceptance is to avoid a total disregard for other people's needs, other people's agency even, but using your self-understanding, your self-compassion, your self-focus as a tool to authentically loving yourself, authentically helping yourself grow, and authentically having full compassion for who you've been and who you are becoming. That's how to use self-centeredness as a tool for self-acceptance in a way that doesn't make you look like a terrible person that no one wants to hang around. That will be all for today on this fantastic bombshell episode of Burgundy Talks. Until I come your way next time, please do all you can to love yourself. Accept all the unique quirks that you have because those are the things that make you you. All right, I'll see you in the next episode of Burgundy Talks. Bye.